if you can see us yet. Oh, now it says go live. Good morning, everybody. Happy May. Happy May. It's the first day of May.
Yes, and it's Friday.
Two great things. So again, this is the Honor Advocate, and I am back today trying more stuff. And if you can see, there's some stuff added to this live. In addition, it's supposedly on a whole bunch of different platforms. So we'll get to that in a second. And one of those platforms is my good friend and business colleague as well. Sabrina is back. And we're streaming on her page. Which page is that you're on?
You are actually streaming on my Sabrina the IEP coaching page.
Okay, so she has her IEP and support for special needs families for school. That's just your main page for that, right?
Yeah, actually, you know what? I changed it. It still pops up Sabrina the IEP coach because that's the title, but it's actually special needs empowerment coaching.
Oh, special needs.
It kind of goes together, you know. Mm-hmm.
Perfect. So we decided that I would try out this new platform, and it's letting you stream to 5 different areas. So here's the first thing. One, if you can see us, please let us know that you can
say
see
something. Say hi.
Yeah. So whether you're on Sabrina's page, if you're on the Honor Advocate page, it supposedly is streaming on Periscope. It's also supposedly streaming on Twitter and on YouTube. And YouTube is where I have the most questions because I absolutely know nothing about YouTube. For the Honor Advocate platform, we just hit 100 followers, which is kind of a cool thing. But I never did anything to promote the YouTube channel because I don't know how that works. So this device, StreamYard, is letting you load live. Good morning, Stu. Good morning. It's letting you load to YouTube. So if you know anything about YouTube or you know how to find a live on YouTube, can somebody jump over to that Honor Advocate YouTube channel and see, I don't know what happens, if we're live there or not.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're going to try to find somebody to do that while we're on today, Sabrina. You guys, we made something scroll across the bottom, so that's kind of cool.
Happy May is chat time. Join us.
So we're just going to kind of jump back into our last conversation we had the last time we were on till we get some other folks on here so that we can see if they can see us, if they can hear us. But if anybody can see us on YouTube and stuff as well. And then Sabrina, on your page. I want to see, because we're streaming to a completely different Facebook page today. And
I'm looking at my page. I don't see anything as of yet.
You don't know up on your page?
I know. I see us. I don't see anybody popping in as of yet.
Okay. And on your screen, because I added you for that, can you see anything here?
As far as what?
Can you see comments, or do you have to look at your phone still?
I have to look at my phone.
Oh, okay. All right. So while we're waiting for some people to jump in, maybe we could tag Mia.
I'm gonna tag her too on my page.
Yeah. If anyone knows anyone that knows anything about YouTube, tag them. Because I don't.
Yeah, right. Oh, I see somebody popping in on my page. Hi, Dr. Karen. Good morning.
Good morning. We're testing out StreamYard this morning, and we're streaming to my page and Sabrina's page, which is kind of a cool thing.
Yes.
And then we're on YouTube. Don't know if we're really there or not, because I don't even know what that does.
Dr. Karen, you know, I'm trying to get on to, this technology thing. I know you feel me. You're right with me, girl. Yes. Pray for me, girl.
Now, I don't know Dr. Karen, but does she have a YouTube channel?
I'm not really sure. Dr. Karen, let me know if you have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, or drop it below.
Yeah, she's been knocking out her lives in her particular group. Love you too, girl. Dr. Karen, do you have a YouTube channel? Can you let us know?
Yeah, so we're trying to stream live on YouTube. I have not found anybody who streams live on YouTube. So I feel like I have to wake up like all of my young teenagers to figure out if they know how to stream on there. But while we are waiting for all of that, me and Sabrina kind of wanted to jump back into that conversation we had last time. We know that May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And I think that mental health is more needed now than ever,
Yeah.
So wanted to kind of find out what's going on in everybody's state again and what they're doing, because I do know that there are some states that obviously have opened up or lightly opened up.
Yes.
How is that kind of transitioning? Do we feel like that's giving any relief? Or obviously could be possibly bringing on even more stress? You know,
Yeah. You know what? I saw a video, not a video. I saw something on the news yesterday.
Hold on one second. Sue, are you saying that we're actually, you can see me on the Honor Advocate YouTube? I'm on YouTube, no problem. Or were you just saying you're on YouTube? Because this is supposed to be streaming live, and I don't even know what that means on YouTube. I didn't even know that you could stream live on YouTube.
Yeah, but you know what?
Oh, did she write that from my? Oh, I bet she said that on my channel.
She might have said it on your YouTube channel.
That's how I can see it. You know what? This is what happens.
We're gonna figure all this out. Yes, we're gonna figure this out, girl.
I know. I'm like, because it's in my comments, so I really right enough to know that. Yeah. It's right here. So that must be off of my YouTube channel. I wonder if it saves to your YouTube channel. Like when we're off of this, will it be there?
It has. Well, it should be. It's a video. All the videos when you do the YouTube, you go back and they're there.
Right, not unless you load them up there. Have you done a YouTube channel video?
I've done a video, but I didn't do a live video, so that might be different.
Because you upload it. You know what I'm saying? You
upload it. Yeah.
This I don't know if you live there. So if anybody wants to fill in, I don't know, Dr. Karen, where you are from, what state you're from. You know, if you guys, are you both from the West Virginia area?
No. No, she is not in. I'm looking to see if she responded.
She's dropping some names. She's dropping some names below. Oh,
she's people.
So much. It means on YouTube. I don't know what.
But this is what I was saying, Tammy. Not yesterday, maybe 2 days ago. I was watching the news and it was showing, I believe it was Michigan, and I believe another city, another state, and people were like, outside, they were in the mall, they were trying to get in the elevator, they were somewhere, and it was probably like 20 people jammed together, like, just packed. They were packed together, no masks, no nothing, just everybody was just everywhere. And every state that they were showing, and they were showing it because they were saying that some people had a soft, where they were, relaxing some of the restrictions, but none of the people had on masks. They didn't have on anything. They were just all clammed up together. And I was just like, this is crazy.
Yeah. You don't know what state that was in?
Well, one of them was Michigan, and I forgot the other one. I think Michigan, and there's another one I don't really remember, but it was so sad. And I didn't even hear the state, but I was so disappointed because they were just packed on each other. They were out doing whatever. And it's just like, wow, for me, we're not doing anything right now. Our governor, I love him. He's so serious about it, and he just wants everybody to be safe. I'm not going anywhere. Like, I'm not doing it. I'm just, I have my son, I'm trying to protect him. He already has respiratory issues and all kind of allergies and asthma and lung issues. I'm just like, it's a scary thing, even when they do lift it, because, you want to get back to a more normal sense of way of living, but it's scary because even though the deaths in Virginia have lessened, the cases have tripled.
Right.
Like even in the last week, the death toll, it might be like just a handful, which is better than what was prior, but the cases, they're out of this world. They're crazy.
Right, because everyone's being tested. I mean, more people are being tested now. So
yeah, which is a good thing. That's a good thing, where people being tested and they find out about it. But it's like, because people are still getting it in the numbers, that's still scary, because that means it's still spreading. It's still spreading. Yeah.
Right now, Dr. Karen said she's in Austin, Texas, and they're open, right? I mean, if
I'm not sure, Dr. Karen, are you guys open?
I thought I heard Texas. I know. Well, because obviously I'm a salon business. I heard that there are some salons in Texas.
Honestly, say it. I think it was Texas. That the video. I think it might have been Texas. I'm not sure if it was her city. I think it was Texas. It was. I think they were throwing clips on CNN the other night. It was really like, it was really sad.
Are you open yet? Are you guys open now or no? Oh, you're not. There's just other area. Are there just some? I think she's trying to say, are there just some small areas in Texas as a whole that are open or lightly opening right now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she said no. Yeah, she said we're not. No. Superstar. Hi, Miss Morris.
Mm-hmm.
Omar's grandma.
Oh, good morning.
Hi, sweetie.
And so, for each state, it being so different, I know that we don't have really toilet paper shortages.
You don't have toilet paper shortages?
I feel like it's almost over. We all can find some toilet paper.
Yeah. Well, you know what I think it is? I think I have toilet paper, and I even have some extra, like in my car. Like if my mom calls me or my son, look, I'm gonna have to remove that toilet paper now that I told everybody it's in the car. I think I'm going to change my spot. It's not going to be in the car after this call. So, but I think it's just like they get it. It comes in, and as soon as it comes in, within several hours, it's gone. So it is coming in daily. I go to the store when I go in the morning, because I'm a morning person for the most part. When I go to the store, it's 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. It's there. You go back 9 o'clock, 10, it's not there. So,
Right. Well, I have found here though, in Wisconsin, well, at least in my area and in our largest city, and Sue, I don't know if you're still listening. Everywhere that I went this week, every single store has toilet paper and paper towel. Now it's not in abundance, but it's 15 packs, 20 packs. Walmart has it back in. The things that are not around are Lysol, the Lysol. Those wipes that you were talking about, right? Because you got the wipes the other day.
I got the wipes the other day, and they were left in the store. And I was like, and some, that's kindness. We talked about that. Some kindness. They actually were there when I got back, and I got my wipes. But that was the first time they said in over 30 days that particular store in my area had wipes in 30 days.
Mm-hmm. And then the hand sanitizer. So
I ain't seen that.
So those 3 seem like they're the most sought after, and a lot of stores here now are doing a 1 limit. You can only get 1.
Yeah, 1 or 2. It depends on what it is, 1 or 2. The toilet paper, usually comes in like a 12-pack, 24-pack, but like a mega pack, you only get 1. And then look, this is what they're doing. They got the toilet paper and Lysol police at my local stores. Not police, I'm just calling them that. It says 1 per customer. Mm-hmm. So people are getting 1 and putting in the cart and coming back in. And the people in the store are like, wait a minute, you just was here 5 minutes ago. We saw you, didn't we? Just because there's 1 line and there's people watching, so that you can't do that. So if they remember you and they tap you on your shoulder, that's what they're doing. They're tapping you on your shoulder saying, hey, 1, you were in here 10 minutes ago, I saw you.
Right.
Okay, it's serious when you're doing
it. We were talking about, and that was on a different show that we did about our kindness. And that was something, aside from the mental health, we wanted to kind of hear as we go into May. And now for a lot of us, we're working on, what are we working on? Like 59 days or, some of us 50 days, 40 days.
Everybody started kind of different. So yeah.
Where is your mental headspace as we go into Mental Health Awareness Month? We really need to be aware and cognizant of where we're at and our emotions and all of that. Mm-hmm. Because I have noticed, and I don't know if any of you guys that might be tuning in have noticed that over the last couple of weeks, I feel like been a little bit more hostility online, in stores, because people are frustrated about the not opening, protesting,
yes. Mm-hmm.
And all the political views, which I feel has streamed over and then to being a little bit more aggressive that way. So trying to pull out the good. And I know, Sabrina, you were telling about the story about the wipes is like you checked out of the store.
I was pulling up in my driveway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I just pulled up in my driveway. I kind of turned around because I had the wipes and I was going to take one of them out and wipe my car down, the door handles and stuff. I turned around in my car and I didn't see the bag. I'm like, what happened? Hold up. Where's my wipes? And then I'm like jumping out the car in the trunk and knowing good and well, I didn't even touch the trunk. I'm just like, wait a minute, they got to be here. Maybe they rolled underneath the seat. And I'm like, oh my God. So I called my partner and I was like, my wife's, I left them in the store. They're gone. I really wasn't even going to call the store because I said they're not going to be there. Something told me to call and it worked out for the best. They were there.
They were there. Yes. And because they were anticipating that shortage, but a lot of it's even cheaper than usual. Yes, there's been a lot of talk in our area. I don't know if in your area or anybody who's listening, have you guys heard about the meat shortage? Were you guys going to be experiencing a meat shortage?
Well, yeah, because recently, a couple days ago, earlier this week, the Tyson place closed. I think in North Dakota.
Right. And then this is interesting because
too.
One of the other people that I do the show with, she has a relative that works for Patrick Cudahy.
Okay.
And, that's another plant that's closed, but there's a lot of mixed messages. It's like some people are saying that some plants have all these people infected. Some plants are not saying how many they have infected when they really have very few infected. And then, then they were mandating like the factories to obviously close down if they had people infected. But then the president came on and he said that we can't close the meat plants because that's going to stop, the food chain. So he remained them open. And here in Wisconsin, if I understand right, our governor Evers said that if there's cases, we are closing the meat plants. So, I would expect that we are going to have a meat shortage just because if anybody hears that we might not have something, they're going.
And then another thing, I think people are going to be leery because if once you say that Tyson closed, one of the Tysons closed because 4 people got infected and it's a plan and everybody's together, no one wants to get Tyson. Like they're going to be like, oh, like Smithfield. I don't buy Smithfield foods anyway, but when it came out, I'm like, okay, well, I never buy Smithfield food anyway. No loss for me. But people, that's the only thing in the store. Like I went into the store a couple of days ago and I saw a bunch of Smithfield food, and then some stores where it said Smithfield, the whole thing was pulled out. Like we're going to be vegetarians. It's going to be eating seafood.
Oh, but that works out.
I don't eat beef anyway.
In 2020, right? If we just don't have the food to get, that helps out.
Chicken and fish. Yeah, not Tyson chicken, just chicken. Sorry, Tyson, I love you, but can't do you right now.
But no, so I don't really know if we're going to see that or not. I feel like you'll still have a wave of it, but I think that some of the plants, I don't know if they're going to be forced to reopen back up, even if they really shouldn't open back up yet. I'm not really sure. I didn't really get a clear message. And
that's expected. I mean, plants, I'm just thinking that's expected because it's a plant. I'm pretty sure it's really big and it got 200 people in there. It's just places like that. I just would assume that would be the case. Like someone in that plant, in that, because there's 200 people in there working and 200 people going home to 200 different people. Something's going to happen within that,
right?
Right
within that space. And I have really been limiting it. And let us know that this too is that have you been limiting your intake of news? Like I was only giving myself an hour a day. Now I don't watch it of watching the news. Like getting your news.
Well, you know what? I was watching it, at first because I was like, but then it was really stressing me out. Like I was getting anxiety, my stomach. So what I do now, I watch my governor. He comes on certain times, usually after 1:30, 2 o'clock when I'm watching my stories, which I'm depressed about. I'm stretching the word depressed a little bit because I've been since I was a little girl, I've been watching Young and the Restless, like literally. The same people been on since they're like 70, 80 years old. They're still on and they still look really good. And my Young and the Restless fans know but what I'm talking about. Since I was a little girl, we watched Young and the Restless, and it still comes on TV. Well, this week they're showing scenes from 1985 because I guess they're running out of stuff because they're not taping.
Right.
You know, so, and I guess, whatever. So I'm a little sad about that, but he normally comes on when Bold and the Beautiful comes on, which comes on after Young and the Restless. And I make sure I watch him or flip the TV around that time so I can see what he says from my state.
Right.
But I watch CNN because, I like the mayor of New York. That's my secret crush right now. I'm just loving that Governor Cuomo. I just love that man. And I got family in New York and New Jersey, so I'm concerned about that too. But I love Governor Cuomo. I'm actually DVRing him when he comes on. The Cuomo Prime. I'm watching all that stuff. I just love them. So because they're not just talking about their state. They're educating us in general. So I like to go back and watch it, but I can't sit there and just watch the news. I can't do it all day.
Yeah, no, and I've pieced that apart. So I've really gone from an hour.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like a top
an hour a day.
Like an hour. I used to do an hour, and now I'm maybe at 10 minutes. Like I just can't.
Oh, wow.
Because I think also the fact is that here obviously my other business had to shut down and is mandated to be closed. Of course. So I'm on all of these social media things with other business owners in my same line of business that are angry and frustrated and all the things they're asking of us and we don't have. All of the requirements that are there and the things we need for sanitation aren't going to be there. We don't know when they're going to be there. And it's stirred on within that population that, and I just can't take the negativity. And that I just I only hear so much of it. I mean, there's nothing we can do. And I think that's hard when people try to create their new normal,
Yeah. What I think I do that. Like I said, I watch Cuomo because, I have family in, in New Jersey and New York and in different states too, but a lot of them there. And so I'm just trying to, because of the way they do their show and they're really educating as a whole. And I just, they're just educating as a whole. And I like to watch that, but I can't watch it. I kind of sometimes, because I DVR it now, I kind of fast forward it because they're getting real technical. They get real technical, and I don't need to see all that. I don't need to hear all that. That's not for me. But I watch it. But I was watching it like in the morning all day, just sitting there, just getting depressed, like literally like want to be in tears because it was so sad. And I know we need to be educated on it, but it was just, I was on overload at the very beginning, but I long stopped that because I just couldn't. It's just too much. I need to find out what's going on in my Hampton Roads area in Virginia. And now they got the thing where they're breaking down like the cities and the counties and whatever. I want to see that because I noticed that Virginia, like I said earlier, they're increasing. They are increasing in the cases, but in my Hampton Roads area, the cities for where I'm located next to, they're not. They're like, it's like they're not at all. Like the numbers are not going up at all. Like we're doing really good, and I'm not going out of Hampton Roads. So I'm saying within my cities, like my store is at the corner, and I'm so happy it's at the corner. I can literally walk to the grocery store. I got 2 grocery stores right across the street from each other. I don't walk. I'm not gonna lie. I'm driving my car, but they're very close, and I don't really go too much out of that. To pick a prescription or 2, check on my mom and stuff like that.
And you know what I think is really awesome that Governor Cuomo did is that he was talking about the other day perspective. And he put out this chart and it was so profound. I saw that. I took a picture of it. Looking at all of the huge things that have ever happened in our world, that have ever happened in the United States of America, from the world wars to the Great Depression, to the pandemic of 1918. Through, all of that, and how many years people suffered, how many years people were in distress. And we're talking anywhere from 2 years to 8 years, right?
Yeah.
The top for us. Here we are in the United States, and it's been 59 days, and we're like, whoa, we can't handle it. Everybody's.
That's the type of story that you told me about your grandmother the other day. Like, Yeah, it's crazy,
Yeah.
But for me, and I said this before, I'm just trying to be the calm in the storm. Really, at the beginning, it was just like, wow, like, this is, but it is what it is. We can't, like you said earlier, we can't control it. We have to make the best of it. I'm not trying to drive myself crazy. I'm not making my son crazy and nervous about it, giving him any anxiety about it. And we can't control it. So we just have to do what we can do. I'm being productive. His schooling is doing, is great now that the teachers are coming in and they're actually teaching the work instead of telling me to teach it. And I'm trying to figure out how I'm supposed to be teaching him. And if that wasn't working, I was trying to make it work, but I don't think I was doing it correctly because he was kind of looking at me like, what are you doing? Like, what's going on? Like looking in my face like, okay, lady, this is not how we doing it. So and now that she's come back, I'm like, yay, yes, good, take it over. That's working out good. I know everybody's situation as far as the schooling, it's totally different. People got frustration, it's different, but we have to be flexible. I always say that, and we just have to do the best we can.
So that's something, if anybody tunes in or watches on the replay, shoot us. How is that homeschool going? Do you feel like you're rolling like a teacher now in the month of May? Like you got it all?
Yeah. And throw that in the comments because I talk to different people in different states and they don't have the same tools and resources implemented. And I know it's frustrating. I tell people this is what I'm doing and this is what's happening. They're like, I don't get that service. We're not doing that where I'm at. So just let me know. And you can always go on my page, Special Needs Empowerment Coach Sabrina, the IEP coach page, and I can support you in any way you need me to support you because we're all doing this together.
That is right. And Sue was saying about the county parks. So here in Wisconsin, they had shut down all of our county parks. So those are just opened back up again for like biking, hiking, walking. I don't know. Did we get? Oh, and maybe. Oh yeah, because this weekend, it's going to actually be nice weather. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the parks open all day.
It's just some of our big county, like some of the big parks are open that have hiking trails and stuff. Mm-hmm. Sue, was there a layout on that of like which ones were opened? I think there's perimeters on it, right? Like there's all these restrictions. I don't know how they're going to enforce.
I don't know how you're going to enforce it. How you're going to enforce me riding my bicycles and you come up with the bicycle
present? Like how are they going to enforce that? But here in Wisconsin, it has been horrible weather. I mean, from cold to just tons of rain to cold to gray. So this weekend is supposed to be like maybe.
Well, this is not snowing.
Well, it did that just
like a couple weeks ago. Didn't you tell me you had snow or you was really cold a couple weeks ago?
And the Stein Gardens and Gift Center is open too.
All right.
Oh, so outside. So are we allowed to shop outside there? Because I don't think we can shop inside, can we?
No, most of the places like that, you can go inside, but
like to get all your gardening stuff and all those supplies. I know that Home Depot and stuff is open. So that was something that was closed here. Are your parks closed?
No. I don't know about the whole state of Virginia, but I passed a couple of parks and I know people that are going to parks and they're exercising. They're just practicing, they're doing like walking. I guess some parts of it maybe, but people can exercise. You can walk. And I guess I'm pretty sure if you're walking, you're not going to be walking next to someone. If you see someone walking, you're behind them. But the parks, I believe, are open. I ride past one particular one and I see people running on the trail and doing stuff and the kids are out there with their skateboards and stuff.
It said it'll she'll enforce it. She'll make sure she's out there hiking 6 feet away.
How are you gonna do
that? Yeah, she says just don't get closer than 6 feet to me. We should all have shirts on like that or arrows on our back, like back up. You're too close.
No, you know what? I'm gonna say this. Yesterday I went to the store and to pick up something. I forgot to make a dish because I'm being domesticated now. I'm not the best cook, but I'm just cooking in the kitchen and loving it and checking out all these recipes and just trying to do stuff because I need something to do, for some of the days. Not that I don't have anything to do, but I just want to do something else. And Omar has a chef class that they have recipes and he likes to be in the kitchen and he likes to help me with my stuff. So I went to a grocery store and the lady, it was a nurse too. She was, they have they have the little stickers and they say step here, and that, you know, you're supposed to be. But she was not on her sticker. She was like if I would have went like this, I would have hit her in the face. And I had to tell her, I said, ma'am, can you do? And she had a mask on. She had her whole nursing uniform on. And I said, man, I turned around and said, ma'am, can you do me a favor? She was like, yeah. What is it? I said, could you back up? Like, really? Like, nurse, whatever your name is, she was so close to me, talking on her cell phone, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, can you just back up? Like, really? And then she was like, oh, I'm sorry. I said, those little stickers behind you, that's where you're supposed to be standing because you're too close to me. Like, she was really like, if I went like this, I would have hit her in the face. She was so close to me. And I'm like,
he needs to produce those. I bet there's somebody that's going to watch this live or on here that could produce some shirts, produce materials that, you know, I saw someone with, what did they have?
Give somebody an ideal, Tammy, make them rich. Cause honey, that can be a good thing.
To do that, to keep your distance. And, you know, we're also asking what you're doing for your mental health, you know, to stay sane. I'm assuming, you know, getting to go walking on the trails, getting outside, smelling the fresh air is a big one because May is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yes.
You are not alone in this. And I do feel what you talked about last time, Sabrina, for us that are in the world of different abilities and have become caregivers and at home more, you know, we've had time over those years to kind of develop that new normal with a little bit more of isolation.
Yes.
And so
exactly.
Isolation is very, very different. And so we don't want anyone to ever feel as if they are alone, you know, within it. Because, you know, I know on my caregiver journey, I've felt that, you know, many times.
I felt that at the beginning as well. That's why I started, you know, my own community, because I didn't want people to feel that way. Like,
right. That they're alone. And then, you know, trying to reach out for that kindness and find it. So Sabrina was talking about her wipes that they left at the store. The story that I told when we talked the other day, and I'm gonna make this fast, is that, of course, this last month, everything in my house is broken. And then I drove my car and I was on the expressway going 75 miles an hour. And then my tire popped and the lights started flashing. And I got off in the rural area on the highway, past a cornfield to a gas station, got my car enough to where the air, what is that thing? An air tire pump, air that you get at a gas station.
What's the air?
And I was sitting there and I get out and my tire was so flat that it wouldn't be like a little bit of air to get me to the repair place.
Yeah.
And I just stood there standing and looking at it. And I didn't know what I thought was going to happen. Like if God was going to come down and fix it for me. I just stood there. And all of a sudden, this big truck pulls up with a husband and a wife in it that were going bike riding. And they were filling up their bikes with air, their tires. And the guy's like, well, you can finish up. And he goes, you look like you got a much bigger problem than me. And I'm like, well, there's nothing for me to finish up because I don't even know how to fill it with air. And I was like, well, do you got a spare? And then his wife's like, he'll change the spare. And then we're all worried because we didn't have our masks on and our long story short, he was so kind. He changed my tire, put the spare on. And I said, I had money in my hand and I said, you know what else I got in my back seat? I got 5 packs of toilet paper and you can have the money and the toilet paper or just the toilet, whatever you want. And, I just thought it was so hilarious because whenever in a day would we offer someone, and guess what he took? He didn't take the money. He took some toilet paper.
Right, honey. I ain't mad at him. Look, but you had to use what you got to get what you need. That's all I'm saying.
That's a conversation with him and his, you know, friends. And I got some toilet paper. So another thing I wanted to ask about on your end, Sabrina, everywhere you go, do you guys have to wear masks now?
You say we have to wear masks? No, we don't have. We should be wearing them. They're not like they can't be regulated because I go to grocery stores and half the people don't have on no mask. Like I'm going places and they don't have on. The only place I know for a fact that you have to have a mask because they're not letting you in the building is the doctor's office.
Okay.
Like when you go to the doctors, they're telling you. Or I think one time I went to I didn't go to the doctor this particular day. But a friend of mine told me she went to the doctor and she didn't have a mask, but they came out and they told her, when she pulled up, when she was getting out the car, they told her to put a mask. And she said she didn't have one, but they gave her one, in the doctor's office. But you have to have a mask when you come in.
Do you guys have Costco in Virginia? Because they just mandated that, but like certain stores, like Menards. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have Menards. Menards,
what is it?
Costco. That's like kind of like a Home Depot. No, is it Meijer or Costco? No, it's Costco now. That's like one of those big, like a food store, kind of like a Sam's Club, kind of like a Costco.
No, I've never heard of that. But these stores people that I don't go to those bigger stores. I'm kind of scary right about now. Like I don't go to Walmart and Target and stuff, Home Depot. I don't go into Walmart at all. I may have went in there 5 times in the last 5 years. I don't go in Walmart. It's a lot of stuff going on. I'm a Target girl, but those stores, when people tell me, they don't have masks either. Like some people just don't have it. So it's not mandated. Right. Like you have to have it. You should have it. They're telling the governor saying wear a mask. He says that, but people are not putting them on. They just don't want to wear them. They just don't.
Right. Well, and so those stores are making it mandatory here. All their stores that you have to have a mask or you can't go in. I don't know if they're going to also offer those or not. But I wanted to see. So I wanted to show the mask that I got. It took a while for them to come in. Do you have a mask that you wear, or you just use the?
I have. Well,
or did you?
I have several.
And if
I have like 3 masks. These are 3 that my girlfriend's mom made. Different prints and stuff.
Okay.
But then I have the ones that look like hospital masks. I have ordered those out of from Walmart online. I ordered like 50. They're just the regular other mask. And then I had some bling bling one. I got some stuff to kind of look cute with it, with the mask and the shirt, just
that person made for you. Do they tie?
Now these right here tie, but most of the other ones that I have, and these go around your head, most of the other ones I have go behind your ear. And I even have a girl, and I don't have it now. So next time when we come on, I'll show you guys. Some lady, she had young woman. Her name is Tiffany Gallup, and I'm shouting her out because I'm looking forward to getting my mask. She was making masks for special needs children that have sensory, and they're like Velcro. Like it comes around your face, and it's like Velcro.
Okay.
So that way, kids, it can just close, and they might be sensitive to putting stuff around their ears and stuff like that. So I'm just ordering. Omar has autism masks. I mean, I'm just ordering from different people and just. Because you don't want to keep wearing the same one, and you got to wash it, let it dry. And I'm trying to be cute.
Right.
Mask.
Okay, so I had some surgical masks. I mean, I had some of those, and obviously we need them, and they're going to become more of a normal thing that people are going to be. So I bought up this company. It's XPA Gear. So I'll drop their link below. It did take a bit to get them, but I ordered them. I think I ordered like 30. And I ordered them for different family members and stuff, but I wanted to show you guys these cute prints and the size. They said at first you might have to adjust like the ears. Okay, I'm going to show you. Are you ready for this? Except it's still a little, so I hope it doesn't like, look at this. Look it's camo. It's that big.
Oh. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. It's a pink camo?
It's pink camo.
Oh, man.
Look at
I
this.
like that one.
Okay, now watch. I got another one. Hold on.
Okay, wait a minute. Where'd you get that one from?
This XP, I'm going to give it to you below. And no, I'm not endorsing, like I don't get anything for it.
I don't know me either. I just like different ones, girl.
Right. So they have 2 different sizes. And the woman said, well, the small, there's only like a large, extra large, which is this. And then there's like a small. And she said that some people have problems for kids. So this is what I tell you is the one I just put on is their large, extra large. So is this one. But what you need to do is this. Okay. Is that so Marcus wears the same one and he has a much bigger face than I do. He wears the same size. The more you stretch it, the more it will nicely tuck under here if you have a big face.
Okay.
And then it has the metal prong in the middle. And what's nice is that here it has the hole so that you can slide in a filter.
Oh,
So you can make.
What's that design? What's that design on that one?
This one is also camel, but it's more of that mute pink that's real popular.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, I need that website. Yeah, because I'm a camel. Yes, I love that.
Okay, so there's that. And then there's all like normal, like black, orange, yellow, like every color. And then like this one is my son's. I have one that's dry. And if you see on the side of it, it has like the American.
Oh yeah, I like that one. That would be a nice one for Omar. I like that one.
There's that. And then, no, I want to show you the difference in size. So this is the little one. Okay, so this is the tiny one. Okay, see how tiny it is? So if you don't stretch it out at all, it definitely would fit. What this one is a small one. This is the only two sizes. It definitely would fit a kid if you didn't, you know what I'm saying, pull it and stretch it. But on my face, I can get this one to fit.
Oh, well, you have a little teeny face.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that's a small. That's a small what you got, right?
It's a small medium. And then what I did was so many filters are out right now. I got the furnace, the high end, the furnace filter, and then I just cut them. I cut the filter, and then I just cut them and slide them right inside of here. I did though because in the video that they showed you, it said that these ear loops might be too big for some people. And so I bought from Walmart those little things like you'd slide over and you can put it. I can show you to do that. But guess what? Everyone, I bought 30 of these for my whole entire family. Like
family members and stuff.
Yeah, and nobody has a problem with the ears. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I got you. So now, let me ask you a question. Because you brought so many, for different people, or did you buy all like the same print? Or it's different? They have different options and stuff.
The only discount was like I bought. A lot of people just wanted plain black, so the plain black is literally this is plain black.
Yeah.
Like that. So you could buy packs of 10 of those. It's like a antimicrobial fabric. As well. And you don't pay any more for the design. So like here's another.
Oh, really?
Like that one's really
kind of cool. Oh, that's cool.
I got my grandson one that's like it's like hot. It's like more of this bright royal blue.
Yeah, I like that blue.
They have ones that it's just like so many different patterns, and they have So they have white camo, but I really think, and I don't really even love hot pink. I love hot pink for my business, but I don't love hot pink for this. But how fun is this? Really, it makes life more exciting, doesn't it?
Yeah. The next time I come on, I'm gonna have one too. I'm gonna order mine. We can bust our stuff together. We got.
They have it in hot yellow, neon green.
Oh yes, yeah. Look.
But like I would say, if your face is bigger, so I just took for my boys and just wet and stretch it, and you can make them work. But I'm just thinking they're only 13, they're $13.95 a piece.
Okay.
And my thought is
good. I thought you were gonna say a little bit more. That's pretty good.
Yeah, they're made well. And I just think we're probably gonna be wearing masks for much longer than we think we're gonna be wearing masks.
Oh, I'm gonna be wearing mine. I don't care what nobody say. I'm wearing my mask. That's why I need so many of them. Because right now I think I have about by the time I get all my orders here, I'll probably have about 20, but cloth ones. But then I'll have the disposable ones. The ones I order, like the hospital ones. But I'm gonna wear my mask. I don't know. I might be wearing it for the rest of the year.
Do you do? And if anybody's watching, if you have a mask you wear, show us your mask. You know what I'm saying? Show us what you do. If you have one handmade, or if there's a company you've bought them from. Do you filter them though? Do you do a filter?
No, I haven't done that.
Okay, so I looked up, and anybody who's handy to tell me that, because there's these packets you can buy that have filtration in them that you slide in, which I didn't do. But you can also buy like the really high end filter. And
hold on a second.
Ooh, she has
Keep talking. Keep talking.
She's got her camo pants on.
Yes, I said I love camo.
Yes. Yeah, and what you're talking about, those ones for kiddos that have autism and or anybody who has sensory issues. So Velcro ones are really nice. My whole thing was trying to find a comfortable one that has some kind of seal on it. But so you take a high end. So the furnace filter, like I bought, the one that they said was like $25. You peel it off of the wire, and then you yourself pieces. Now, for crafty people, you're supposed to measure this, and then you cut it this right size, and then you can slide it in, right? Right. Okay, but you know me, not always so crafty.
Me either.
Mine are a little not straight, and they're not all the same. But you know what? If you fold them and put them, they stay in place. So if you're still watching, do you think that the filters, do you feel like they give benefit? I mean, from reading about it, it says adding the filter in gives much more benefit. But
that's what I've heard. I think. So where did you order those from too?
What, the filter? I'll just take a picture. I just bought those from Home Depot.
Okay, I didn't know if that was a they sold them as well.
Home Depot have higher quality furnace filters with the whole bacterial, and all of that than Walmart. Walmart was cheaper though, much cheaper. But it was like 20. They're between 20 and 25 for these. But I mean, this makes enough of them. So my kids, when I gave them their masks, I just gave them some of these pieces so they can slide them in, too. But I don't know. I thought overall these are pretty good quality from what I've seen, because I've seen a lot of people who have ordered different ones, and you don't know how to hold up with washing and everything.
Yeah, because I have like 4 or 5 just on the hanger drying from yesterday, and they're different. Some taking a long time to dry. There's some, I just put them I was washing them in delicate, like this in the cycle of the wash machine, like delicate, like really delicate, where they were, where the wash machine is barely moving, because I had so many and I was changing them up, and if I'm running outside for an hour, I instantly put it in the. I don't put it back on. It goes right into the wash machine. But some of them I hand wash because they look a little lighter. It depends on the material, where I'm getting them from. A lot of people are just making them and sending them. But if I'm ordering from a specific place, some of them the texture is a little bit more durable than some others. I have to just figure it out. Yeah.
Well, and those other ones that were made, did they have a spot for the filter in them?
No, and that's the thing. The ones that I have on yesterday do. These right here do not. They do not. So I have wore them. I mean, I wear them.
I mean, it's a little bit of protection. You know what I'm saying?
Something, but I choose to have the other ones that have the filter. All the other ones that I ordered from majority of them, I have like 5 of them that don't, but most of them do. They have the little, you can slide it in there, but I haven't bought the filters, but I think I need to.
Yeah. And we need to. Yeah. I mean, whether it's that way, but I know that there's the ones from Amazon, but every time I've looked those up on Amazon, it's like, it's going to take them a month to get here. So
every time I actually checked on Amazon, it didn't even say, they said out of stock. It didn't even give me a date. Or it probably did, and I probably didn't pay no attention to it. But I think Home Depot, I'm not far from a Home Depot or Lowe's. I try not to go to those bigger stores, because sometimes I think Home Depot, I'm not sure. I think someone said the Home Depot is open, but I don't think they let everybody in at the same time. Like, I think you have to wait, outside, until, people leave, which is good. I get that. But, but you know what? I have a Taylor Do It rental right around the corner, which is like a smaller, like Home Depot or Lowe's, like a hardware store where I get my filters, lawn stuff. They probably have it over there, and it's like I can walk there. It's that close. It's by the grocery store. So I think I'm gonna check that out so that it'll save me a trip, and it's a smaller store.
Yeah, and I'll drop the link for this below. They just came out with, which I didn't buy any.
I'm gonna order that, because you see I got my camo pants. I don't play around.
I know. But I don't they don't have a green one, but I want you to wear yours. What color are you gonna get?
They have green?
They didn't have green.
How you don't have green?
They had like lime green, like hot lime green. But you know what they came out with?
I have lime green pants too, so that's fine. Like I got a lot of
scarf things too now.
mhm.
You know, like where you know how you put them around here, and some people pick them up. They're like a scarf, a sleeve. You know,
Okay.
it goes like this. So they just sent me an email on those. So I might get some of those.
I think I'll do the pink ones. I'm not a pink girl, but I can have fun with some pink.
I
And
know.
it's spring, it's summertime. You know, summertime is coming, and I want to
Right.
be. I'm going to have it on in the summertime.
Yes. Well, you know, the thing is that and again, I close to anyone, so not using a filter so far. She's not getting close enough to anyone because she's got the sign that's back up. Sue.
Sue. Oh, Sue's not playing around. Sue's not playing around. I don't blame you, Sue.
Get back, get back. No, I mean, I think it's important, and you know, and so this is one of the uproars. So in our salon and spa industry, you know, they're talking about that they want everyone, the customer, whether you're getting cut, color, whatever you're getting done, has to wear a mask, and you have to wear a mask.
Of course.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you a question. How are you gonna? Okay, so that's for your hair and stuff. You can kind of like you do my hair, and then it's around my ears, and you're doing my hair. You're kind of like doing my hair, but when it comes to my face, so you can't do facials.
No, well, you know, I really haven't come up with what the plan is. It's completely going to be right now. The salons that have opened in the States, it is the criteria that you wear a mask and they wear a mask. And, you know, that's the other thing, you know, there's so many of us as owners, you have to think about like, you know, do you get something like this that your employees can wash, that you can put a filter into? Because if not, like, let's say you have 10 people a day. Well, your staff changes, you know, their mask and doesn't use the same one, or it gets dirty or whatever. You could be going through 20 masks a day, surgical masks.
That's a lot of
You have to think about, how do you weigh that out? Will you even make enough off of your, you know what I'm saying, your daily income?
But you might be breaking even with masks.
Oh, with all that PP. Well, you need everything. You know what I'm saying? It's not just masks that they're holding criteria. But for massage and for facials, there hasn't been a lot of definition. You know, I mean, we're just as close as a doctor, or even closer. I mean, when you're doing a facial, and how can you can't do a facial with a mask on someone's face? You know,
you're gonna put the mask and you're gonna do it
right here. Like if you're doing extractions, if you're doing, I mean, you're right here. So with a magnifying glass, like how do you?
And you're and their breath is blowing in your face.
Yeah. So there's a lot of conversation. And so that's where I said, this last week, I'm like, you know, we're not allowed to be open yet here in the state of Wisconsin. And so I just need to back up.
It would be good if they could, like, you know, you go to the dentist, or you go, I don't know, in a different kind of world, a make-believe world of you can go to the salon and get and swab your, you know, get a swab and get a test, and then it go in 10 seconds later, ding, okay, negative, go ahead on, keep it going, positive, hit the door. I don't know.
I mean, it definitely is forever going to change. I mean, I feel for quite a while, it's going to change the way we do things. So, you know, just trying to figure out. So I have been ordering different stuff just to see, you know, how it works. And also trying to, for myself, as I see things, collecting it, because we're going to be ordered to have to put like sanitizers on every single station, temperature check everybody. Everything has to be 6 feet apart. You know, there are just so many, no waiting rooms, no drinks, no getting your guests anything. They have to wait in their car. A lot
about waiting in the car. Why are they waiting in the car?
Was then it should be very challenged to comment. Yes, so it just so is. You know, and the whole thing is that it's more of that. It's a luxury service. You know,
say that again about waiting in the car. What did you say before?
I don't know what our state will end up doing, but the states that have come out so far, some of that protocol is you have to wait in your car to be called in. So
I agree with that. But I'm staying in my car.
Right. There's no waiting rooms. So no longer can you use your waiting rooms. You can't give people drinks. You can't give them sodas. They have to wear a mask. And then, you know, it's trying to figure out, you know, how are you cutting someone's hair and coloring with a mask on? But really the bigger thing is how do we get the same amount of like PPE that a medical provider would need? Because really we're that close, right? So the things that are all of that. So if you're talking about that, a big salon, let's say a big salon could go through 100.
Mm-hmm.
Masks a week. Where are they getting those? Like, where are they getting? And capes, and even the gun thermometers are hard to come by. The sanitizer, the wipes.
So let me ask you, Tammy, what are you doing now? Are you, because I know you're not open yet, but I know that, because you have, your salon and spa. Are you planning ahead? Are you looking for these things now? Are you trying to order what you can? What are you doing? I know you have inventory probably already, but some things because the supply is not there. What are you doing?
Well, you know what? I'm sitting on a lot of summits, and that's where I said you kind of have to back up because there is a lot of frustration. You know what I'm saying? So
I can imagine.
People that are mentally or positively talking about this and trying to realize that it's not something we can challenge. It's not like you're going to go. I mean, if they mandate you need to do it, if our state board of cosmetology says this is what needs to be done, the state follows through. It's like you need to conform. So it's trying to, work with our manufacturers. So like L'Oreal is one of our big manufacturers that makes a lot of stuff. So they're trying now, our distributors, to make masks, to make sanitizer, to make those things. But that might not be ready till the middle of June. That might not be ready till the end of June. But so our suppliers are trying to change it over. And it's challenging because you are that close. And so there's nothing that you can deny to say that you're not, that you're 6 feet away from somebody. I mean, that was even when we had to shut our doors, I mean, we're close. We're right here. You think about it for like bridal makeup. You're getting married. You're doing someone's eyeliner. You're there, and so closer than a doctor would be. And so how do we keep them safe? How do we keep ourselves safe? How do you find the PPE? How, I don't have all the answers, but it's
that's crazy. And I think now you made me think about it because I had a photo shoot for my business, to get, new pictures, change my brand, just kind of like, for my business. And of course it was canceled, and I don't even know when I can reschedule it because I don't know, because it's makeup and hair and it's pictures. I mean, it can't be done.
Some states have, gone to that. They've opened some, but like here in Wisconsin, we're not even really scheduled till the second or the third phase. So we have to get to the first phase.
We're not at the first phase either.
Right. So like sometimes people, are really understanding there may be a chance that we might not be opening until July or August. I don't know what that is, but especially if we don't have the equipment that we need. So, my biggest thing is that, people staying safe, and, we have to be true fact that there's transmission, period. You know what I'm saying? And there's a higher rate of transmission. I mean, whenever we had the flu, with 500 people in a factory all get the flu. So it is another type of a virus. And yes, does the media sometimes go a little, make us fear, try to put that fear instead of logic, yes. But I mean, we all can look at this and say, there's a lot of people who have it. And if we shut down, what if we wouldn't have shut down?
I just think, this is me personally. We didn't really shut down. We kind of like, a shutdown to me is a shutdown. Like, I think that we should have, personally, I think that it would have been a little difference when it got real bad. It's bad, but it's lessening. It's not as bad as it was, if I'm thinking about it from what I'm seeing. And I'm taking the numbers, and every week I say, okay, this is Thursday. I write it down, and I go back and I look at the cases. I think it's slowing down,
right.
But it's terrible. It was really bad. And I think that if we would have had a shutdown, like a 2-week or so shutdown, like no one go anywhere, like you get your prescriptions, get to the grocery store, get your toilet paper, to cover you, get your whatever the store, and everybody stay in the house, except if you were going to the hospital, doctor's offices. No job, no work, just shut down. It would have made a difference. I mean, you probably can't do that, but you could do a shutdown. I mean, essential, because everybody's now is essential. They feel as though I'm essential. Well, then nothing closes because everybody wants essential. Like hospitals, the police department. Okay.
But didn't we talk about that? What other show did we do together that we talked about when we were talking about essential? And our friends in Florida. We got to tag our friends in Florida in this, but when they were like the WWE is essential. Like the World Wrestling Association is essential.
Really?
You know, like
I mean, come on. Like Dunkin' Donuts, I love Dunkin' Donuts. They not essential. Of course, I appreciate their coffee. I ain't gonna say I don't. But what I'm saying, they're not essential. Get your coffee from the grocery store, suck it up for 2 weeks, save some lives around here. I'm just saying. Like the restaurants, yeah, I love them. I mean, trust me. You know, I support people. You know, I want these businesses locally that's around that they serve me and my family, to the bakeries that don't close. I don't want them to lose their bakery. I don't want them to lose their business or the restaurants to close, because we need that. But it's just like, I just think, I mean, it's not going to happen. It didn't happen. He's not going to do it now. But it was just like, I would have appreciated if something was more severe, because people just weren't doing what they were doing. They were just doing whatever. They're still hanging out. They're still going out to people's houses to eat now. They're just doing whatever. They're all on social media. They're just doing whatever. Not everybody, but a lot of people didn't take it as serious. And a lot of people, I think, not until it hits you home. Because like, are you watching the news? I don't know these 60 something people in Virginia. I don't know the ones that passed away. I may know of a couple of people that I know close to me. It could have been their family member, but come on, like, these are people's families. You know, it's like it's 60 something thousand people, or more than that actually. But I think about the lives that were affected, because it's not 67 or not 62. It's probably double, because somebody had a mother, a brother, a cousin, an uncle, a grand. It's just a domino effect. It's just sad.
Yes. And I think that we talked about that so many times, is that so many people don't look at something till it affects them. And I always question why. Like, why does it have to take something happen to you personally, or to your mother or your brother or your cousin or a friend before, like, you know, when we practice mental health, when we practice not, you know, like, you are not alone, when we practice people feeling sad, isolation, all the things, it's like, you know, why as humans do we need to be personally so impacted by it before we take it seriously? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what? I'm just built different, and I think you are too. A lot of people are. I'm just built different, and people have told me about that. I've always been, and I believe as a little girl, I think I've always been compassionate. I just have that. Everybody doesn't have that. I don't have to know you. I'm a crybaby anyway. So I can be watching the news. Heck, I'm crying on the stories and they're fake. I mean, like, you know, it's just like, you know, you don't have to, for me and you and most people that may be on, we don't have to know these people, but somebody knows them. It's somebody family, because in a blink of an eye, and I know, you know this too, something could happen, and then it could be me. I could be that person, you know, and I've been that person, you know, when my dad died, you know, just yesterday we talked, today, what? It could be me, you know. So I just think people need to be a little bit more compassionate and respectful.
Right.
You know? And my governor says, and use your common sense. I love that man.
Sabrina's got the crush on all the different governors.
On different governors.
Oh, she's gonna get a shirt. This is.
I'm gonna put Northam on the front, Cuomo on the back.
No, that is, it eats away at me sometimes. I just think to myself, why? You know, for all of the different causes and awareness days, and why can't you think that could be your kid? That could be you in a heartbeat. Life can change in a moment. Girl, so many people look at it like, okay, well, it's not, you know, and this, you know, with COVID, think about that. I was listening to the news the other day. They were talking about for our African American community, they are 3 times more likely to die from this. So how can't you think that everybody has the right to be a little bit, you know what I'm saying, worried, bothered? You know what I'm saying?
And then to add to top of that, they were saying that have underlying issues, like medical issues, like me. Okay, well, of course, you guys know I'm African American, and second of all, if you don't know, I have diabetes and high blood pressure, and I have asthma. I'm saying my African American behind in the house unless I need to be out. I'm not going anywhere. Don't come to my house. You're not coming in. I don't want to see you. Love you, but you can't. I don't want to. No. Right. Stay behind me. Come close to me.
You know, they've come up with a lot of reasons why they think also in our community, our Latino community, you know, has more of an influx of it until get all the pieces of the puzzle together as to why that is. You know, we should just be, you know what I'm saying, using the social distancing and the masks and all of that, you know what I'm saying, for the safety of others. I mean, if you're not worried, worry about the next person. They have a family, they have kids, they have, you know.
I know, that's right.
There's somebody's.
Oh, that's right. I'm coughing down airborne and emergency and elderberry.
Oh, my elderberry is gone.
Honey, let me tell you, I was looking for elderberry yesterday and I couldn't find it. Yeah, I got like a couple of more, and I got some tea. You have the elderberry tea?
Yeah, and I have the immune support tea too.
Yeah, I have the emergency, the elderberry one, and the emergency. You know that brand, Emergency. Yep. Oh my God, I'm taking airborne, whatever I can get in the store, because you know sometimes you can't get something. I'm just like, I got Omar getting the gummies. We're working it out. Like I'm trying to get my vitamin C on. I'm in here trying to, you know, get my vegetables and kale and broccoli, asparagus, whatever I can do that I wasn't doing. And you know what I said to my girlfriend too, and this is true for me. Once we get past the COVID, once this passes, and you know we're kind of like in the more like, you know, a little bit of normal, because I don't think it's going to ever go back. Right. You know, but I'm going to still do this the way I'm living now, force my body, because now, you know, it's a reflection for me. It's like, wow, you know, I have to really reflect what I was doing, because now it makes me say, okay, Sabrina, I got to do all this stuff. I got to drink all this stuff, eat all this stuff, because I wasn't doing my body right. So now I got to get it right. So it's almost like I want to stay ready. You know, so because when it's time to get ready, if you're already ready, you don't have to get ready. So I'm going to stay ready. I'm going to keep my immune system tight. I'm going to keep exercising, keep that squat thing going, girl. We're going to, you know, I'm serious, because I wasn't squatting. I was just sitting down, chilling, eating chicken wings. Okay. I wasn't doing that. But now it's just like, you know, I got to think about it, because if something happened to me and the virus did attack my body, you know, I want my body to be ready to, you know, to endure it, if that's, you know, God's will. But if you know that you're just not doing whatever, and you're healthy, and you're not drinking water and taking, you know, you don't, then you're like, oh my God, you know, you're not giving your body anything to fight against, because you don't, you know, you're not healthy. So I'm going to try my best to, well, I'm not going to try. I'm going to maintain a healthy lifestyle. No, I'm not doing a diet. This is going to be a lifestyle, because I'm diabetic anyway. And I've changed my diet a couple of years ago. And I go off a little to the left and to the right a little bit, you know, sometimes. But I'm making a conscious effort now to, you know, maintain a healthy lifestyle after this is all over in general, you know, because I got a grandbaby and I got to see him get married.
That's right. Yeah. And we're doing squats. So she was talking about, so I started this little challenge page. So if anyone feels like they're up for the challenge, I keep you accountable.
Yeah, we keep each other accountable.
Staying accountable for the things that you're doing. So basically last month, so April was 30 squats a day if you couldn't do squats. Because of your mobility, we had other exercises you could do. And the whole team on the challenge page doesn't know what the new challenge is, because I'm posting that later today. So if you want to, it's not squats anymore.
Wait a minute. I didn't know that. I'm going to do my squats for today, girl.
Well, now you're going to do something extra too.
You don't know. Oh, you're going to post it later on?
In the group. So if you want to be added as a private group, it's called.
I'm going to be an overachiever, and I think I'm going to still do my 30 squats and then plus, because I'm going to get this body right and tight.
Yes. So you can add it each month. So we were only doing 30 squats a day, so it was super simple to attain. To stay accountable. Now we're going to have a new challenge. But if Sabrina, if you do that, if you add them on, you know, every month. You know, so that in 3 months you have 3.
Because it wasn't that bad. You know what? And, you know, I wasn't in shape, so I couldn't do 30 squats at one time.
Right.
I didn't. I'm not going to lie. I wasn't doing it. Even yet today, I didn't do that this morning. I did 10. And then I took a break, not a long break, maybe a minute or 2, and then I did 10 more, a minute or 2, and then I did 10. That's how I did it.
Yes. And so we have a new challenge. It's a tough cookie club challenge. So you'll just have to wait and see, Sabrina.
Okay. I mean, hey, like I said, I'm gonna keep it tight
until I say we gotta video ourselves doing it. It's gonna be fun. And Sue says you're the one that's buying up all of the emergency.
Yeah. Well, so you don't live in Virginia. Look, you might send me an address. I can send you some because I got some in my house. I don't play around.
You buy extra.
I do. Yeah, you know what? I got it honestly. My dad was like that. He drove tractor trailers for over 30 years or plus. So for Pathmark was a grocery store. I don't think they have it anymore in New Jersey. It's like a grocery store, but it was a real popular one in New Jersey. And he drove trucks for them. He always kept stuff, like our house was always stocked. We always made sure we went to the grocery store. He did. I mean, we not at any given time. This COVID-19, there wouldn't have been nothing for him. He would have had 30 rolls of toilet tissue, 15 laundry detergents. That's a given. Like at any time, I do the same thing. And my Cordell looks at me like, "What are you doing? You already have 4. Like I don't have enough. And if my son needs something on my mom, because people were taking it, this is before people got real crazy with it. Of course, you can't do that now, but I still buy it because I don't know who's going to need it. But I'm not stingy with it because if someone calls me and says they can't find it, like people be on social media and I'm like, inboxing me, come to my house. I got some toilet tissue. Stop.
All right. Now we all know if you can't find any of those items.
But I'm telling you, I'm taking it out of my truck because I don't want nobody rolling up in my house trying to get my toilet tissue. So I'm going to change my spot. Yeah.
All right. So Sue has been so great to be on YouTube. So that was part of our whole thing today is in jumping on that. We loaded up to Sabrina's page,
yes,
my page, the Twitter, and then my YouTube. And I've never done YouTube.
I didn't know it was on Twitter too. I didn't know that.
And Periscope. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I could have done your extra Periscope. Well, you don't have a Periscope, you said.
I have a Periscope, but I don't. Yeah. I have one, but
we'll try that. We'll try that next time and see if that works. Because I can add on one more. There can be 5 platforms. So I just want to see what it looks like on YouTube. So
I would love to see what it looks like on Twitter. Yeah.
It feeds from Periscope.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Periscope and then it's there. But we noticed that last time we can't go over. Did we go over an hour?
Yeah, we're an hour and 12 minutes.
Come on now.
Tammy, look, you can't put 2 talkers together at any given time. What did we say? 15 minutes. We're like an hour and 15 minutes right now.
Well, because what happens at an hour? So it appears on Twitter if you're under an hour. If not, it just gives the link.
Okay, well, all right. So the next time we have to remember when it 16 minutes. We're gonna have to 85 minutes, 90 minutes. We're gonna be wrapping it up.
At 60 minutes, at 1 hour. We can't go over 1 hour.
Yeah, like that's the same. 80 something minutes. We have to start wrapping it up.
Right.
So yeah.
Right. So for those, Jacqueline, she says, "Hi guys." Jacqueline, hey. Says, is there anybody? Daisy, did you see Daisy? She said hi to you.
Hi, auntie. That's my auntie in New Jersey.
So what we were doing was we were trying out the 5 platform StreamYard, and it seems like it worked. That's why kind of on the bottom scrolling, it's just pretty generic because we didn't know what to put. We were just kind of seeing what it would say if we did that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We want to know what you guys are doing for Mental Health Awareness Month. So what you guys are doing that way, because mental health self-care is so important. What are you doing for yourself? How are you practicing kindness? Please. I have now gotten yelled at twice at a store for not. Well, one day I found the 2 bottles of sanitizer. Okay. telling you, I've now 3 times now given somebody the stuff out of my cart just because
I've
I'm
done that before too.
like,
I've done.
they're like, how did you get the Charmin? How did you get the Charmin? And I'm like, it doesn't matter. Just take the Charmin. I mean, we're not gonna get
lady,
we don't need to yell at anybody about sanitizer.
I gave the lady a microbrand. You know what microbrand is, right? Microbrand, the spray. You got to Google that stuff. They say it's better than Lysol. And on the back of the bottle, it's called microbrand. On the back of the bottle, it says kills human coronavirus.
Do you think they put that there as a
It's just, yeah, it's a spray. It's like Lysol, but it's not Lysol, but it's a spray. Microban. You just got to Google it. I mean, and it's weird because I've never heard of it, but now I see the commercials every 5 seconds on the TV set, and they're saying Lysol versus microban. But they have it in the grocery stores, but they only have a little bit, and then when they get it, I guess people wasn't paying attention. People don't know what it is, so it says limit 3. So I grabbed all 3 because it says limit 3, and there was 3 left. And then I turn around and this lady's looking at me and she was like, oh, so what's that? And she's on the phone with her daughter. And then I said, microban. And then she was like, oh, is there any left? And I said, no. But then I'm looking at her face and I'm like, okay. So I said, do you want it? She says, I don't even know what that is. Mm-hmm. So I think she said something to her daughter. And her daughter was like, get it. Like her daughter knew what it was. And I gave her one. And I was just like, I had to. I wasn't trying to be greedy. So, I like to share.
Right. But
she wasn't
this last week, I get aggressive. Like I gave 2 people in the store. I'm like, well, I came in the store to get it. Because I also need it. I came to the store 9 times. It wasn't there either. Just like when you're coming.
Oh man.
What do you mean?
Was this an older person?
No.
Okay.
Goodness.
This lady was an older person, and she was older, and she said she never heard of it. And I just did.
That lady was an older person.
Yeah.
It was in my cart.
Well, you're showing. I can see. I'm proud of you, sweetie, because you're showing act of kindness.
Thanks. But I'm urging people: if someone has something, know that they probably went to the store 15 times looking for it too. You know. Yeah. If it's a limit,
another thing, you can't go to the store at 2:00 in the afternoon looking for supplies because that's not there. That's not how it's going down. You got to get up in the morning like everybody else.
Right. And especially, if you have 5 people in your home, and you're not taking, anybody else to the store, 1 jar or something might last you a week.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. So, all right. So we want to know
before we get off. I'm not sure when we're going to get back on, but Mother's Day is like in 11 days.
So what are we doing for Mother's Day?
What are you doing for Mother's Day? It's going to be a different Mother's Day because, so we got to jump back on before Mother's Day. That's what we got to do.
Yes. And we did for yesterday was my mom's birthday. And did you watch that?
I saw.
She was so shocked.
I saw that.
Oh my gosh.
That was a teary-eyed moment.
I know, it was so good. It was so good. We did a parade for her, a birthday parade. So
that was so awesome.
I'm hoping that kids come out to do some kind of parade. Maybe they can just like march down the block for their mom. Like, our mom is great.
Yeah, my son will not be marching, doing nothing. Now maybe I can get my grandson to. I can make a little stick. He might be around here hitting me in the head with it, but we can work that out.
All right. Well, we will jump back on before Mother's Day, but what are you spreading kindness? How are you taking care of your mental health and helping take care of the mental health of the people around you? Are you practicing any self-care? The masks. Sabrina was showing her mask. I was showing my masks that I got in the different colors.
I have some really cool ones. I'm going to show when they dry. I'm going to post some pictures.
All right. Oh, the filter goes on this side. Are you putting filters in? Do you use filters? Do you not use filters? We want to see your masks.
We want to see your masks. And if you got some good places where you're getting them from and you want to share to support someone, let us know too. Because I don't have a one place I'm getting them. I'm supporting a lot of different people and organizations.
Yeah. And if there is somebody who really blings them out that aren't like $500.
I got my mother. I just ordered one for my mom. I ordered her a nice little mask, and I actually can't. No, I hope she'll watch this video. And Daisy, Auntie, don't be telling my mama what I said. Don't tell her nothing. I ordered her a nice little one for Mother's Day. a little, for Mother's Day coming up, and she can wear it on Mother's Day, and it's blinged out. Yeah, it's gonna be a nice one.
It's super cute. Yeah. So I saw some people making them. So if you know somebody who makes those, drop that below too. I'll put up the link, for these. And like I said, which I went through, the large, extra large, I would say fits every adult face. Don't matter whether you're skinny adult face, bigger adult face, men's face, it fits. That smaller one, I'd say it's either a kid or that your face has to be pretty tiny.
Yeah, because your face is really small.
Yeah, but what I can tell you is when I put this one on, the difference is it's real tight. It's real tight. See,
so okay.
Well, and so it doesn't give me a lot of. It's not like extra breathing room. It doesn't give me like a ton of that.
Okay. So is it not as? So it's not as comfortable as the other one, but you can wear it.
Yeah, I mean, and I would say that it's more comfortable in the sense that it fits my jowl area better.
Okay.
This area much better, but it doesn't give me as much breathing room here.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
But it will work in a pinch. You know what I'm saying? If you need it, and they're very nice, wash nice, all that other good stuff. So, with that, anything else you want to leave everybody with? It's May. Anything you want to say? That you're the greatest, that you do this with me for us to try this kind of crazy stuff out, and I just love you.
I love you too, girl. So I could jump on you any day, like how we flow. But no, I just continue to be flexible, parents, with your teachers and the school board. Just be flexible, and also keep showing kindness and stay home. Keep staying home. I mean, I know you got to go out. We got to go to the grocery store. You got to get your vitamins. You got to go to the doctor's office. But just practice social distancing. Keep your mask on at all times. Keep your mask on.
Mask on. And we're going to have all those mask ideas below so people will know.
And show us your mask. I want to see what you got. And if you have, like I said, if you have some masks or someone that you want to support that's doing them, drop the link in there. And I would definitely support them because I'm looking for different ones. I need one for every day of the month. I need 30. I want cute ones.
It's cute if someone had a mask like this, and then it will remind us what day it is. Like Monday. Or Tuesday. Like you know how they have those underwear when you were a kid? They used to say the day of the week on them.
When you were a kid, they got stuff for grown folks right here. They got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I know what you're talking about.
All right.
But we're not talking about that today. So yeah.
So thank you guys all for tuning in to both of our channels and, supporting us and figuring this whole StreamYard thing out. And like Sabrina said, we're going to hop back on here before Mother's Day.
Yeah, we have to show some love for the moms.
Yes, definitely. So with that, thank you guys all. And we'll go back and answer if there was any questions or anything, and we'll drop those pictures. So thank you guys so much. You guys all have a very, very blessed weekend. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye. See you later.